Hey, what's up guys, Spraggy here. We are back with Poker VIP and we are checking out globalpoker.com once again. Sorry to have us already into the action. We are playing sit and goes today, so the timings were a little bit trying to get them both kicking off at the same time, but we're in now. On this side, on the left-hand side, we have a 20 sweeps cash tournament, six-handed with the top two places getting paid. Ace-7 is going to scoop an early pot here. And on the right-hand side, up here, we have an 11 sweeps cash, 9-handed tournament. We're already to 8-handed. We played one pot. Unfortunately, we had some teething issues with the recording. You missed the first hand. We opened 10s. Flop was jack high. We went 5-handed to the flop, and we had to make a fold. What you will find in these sit and goes, obviously, sit and go strategy, we want to play kind of tight early doors. We don't really want to get involved in too many pots. Since our incentive to play hands is diminished, there's not many blinds out there to raise and steal pre-flop. However, on Global Poker, we seem to be going 4 or 5-handed to most flops. So very, very loose games. Chips are flying around already. We've already lost a player in the 11. Looking for a top 3 finish in the 9-handed event and a top 2 finish in the 6-handed sit and go. We've already got another limper here. We're going to come along with the ace and the 7 and see a flop for a good price, but we're most likely going to be done here. And where we see a raise on the right-hand side with the ace-5 offsuit, we're just going to fold. So we start in both tournaments with 1,000 chips. Blinds are 10 and 20, I believe. And we have a straight here. I definitely think it's worth trying to value bet the straight here in the 20 sweeps cash event. Just going to see a call from any 2 pair, maybe in 1 pair hands. We do win the pot. The number 1 Britney fan drags it in for over 1k. So the pair that's in the 20, you're looking at 80 for first, 40 for second. And in the 11, 9-handed, you're looking at 45 for first, 27 for second, 18 for third. So all important top finishing places. I think we should have a reasonable edge over the players on Global Poker. As I say, from what I've seen, the games certainly seem pretty good. Just checking we got everything set up here. Like I said, the tables are a little bit of an awkward size. I hope the recording is fine. It looks good. Ace-10, we're certainly going to raise here. Texas Sweet seems to be limping in quite a bit. I think we just want to make this big, like 220, I would guess, and call off a shove. Again, very unorthodox in a sit and go to see so many limps at the early blind levels. Just, I think, testament to the nature of the site. We see 2 callers, which isn't ideal. We do flop pretty well. It's going to be very hard for us to fold to this 250 bet. We will have to call off with our equity, and Texas has limped the jacks. Wasn't expecting them to be that strong, given they've limped pretty much every hand. We do flop too much equity to fold for the 250 shove, of course, but a pretty huge early setback here in the 20 sweeps cash event. 3-4 off on the right-hand side. We're just going to fold. The other thing with obviously with cash games is we can set a time limit on these videos and just do 30 minutes, which I think is optimal for you guys, but very difficult when we're playing sit and goes. These events could bust pretty quick, or we could run over. If we run too far over, I guess we're going to... I don't think we'll need 2 videos. I hope we would be able to be done within the 30 minutes, or if we were done within 40, I guess that's fine. Left-hand side is looking like we might be done sometime before that, eh? 30 big blinds, or just less than 30 BBs now. Gonna need to put in a little bit of work to get back into it, but by no means completely out of it. We've not got an overlap here where you guys can see everything. Okay, all good. The nuts is on the board. Impossible to have a hand better than 4 of a kind with the ace kicker. Really great stuff. Queen 5 versus the 10s is a chop pot. And we're just going to fold. So once again, Global Poker is available to US customers. You can deposit with PayPal. You get sweeps cash. You can then, I believe, withdraw to PayPal if you're from the US. If you're from outside of the US or Canada, I believe you can't withdraw. You can play, but I mean, there's not a lot of incentive if you can never withdraw the money. So I'm just playing here really to try out the games, demonstrate them for you lot. We are going to defend here. 36 this is a turbo. Definitely going to take a flop with the king 10 suited. And we flop very handily indeed. Going to check to pre-flop aggressor. The silverback hopefully is aggressive. And he bets full pot. I don't see any point flatting with just the extra, you know, 90 chips, so we're all in with king 10. And he calls us off with ace 7 high. No flush draw. So we got him drawing pretty thin to running aces. And that's as easy a double up as you'll find. So we wanted a little bit of work after that early disappointing hand with the ace 10. And we got it. Global Poker delivers. 1.3k. We're now in the chip lead. I don't know if there's a thing here where we can see. I guess it doesn't matter, like first out of whatever. But we are first. And we get multiple limps once again. Right hand side, we've gone all in from Street Bob. Blinds up to 30-60 here as well. We're not going to attempt to bluff here. Just want to keep our bluffs to the minimum. Our value bets to, you know, most of our bets should be for value on a site like this or in games like this. 3 snap folds. People are going to be playing very loose and passive, looking to target them with our value hands and just not really bluff at all. And then obviously as the blinds go up here in a turbo, it's just going to be a case of being on top of our push fold ranges, which we should be okay with. One would imagine we should be fine. I must say that since I made the first videos here for Global Poker for Poker VIP, the lobby has picked up the business in here. Has picked up, as Jim Ross from WWE would say. There's a lot of games running right now. We're going to defend versus this min open, I think, for the price. Take a flop with ace 6. Obviously, we want to be a little bit wary. Just goes all in. All right, I fold. I'm going to raise on the left-hand side. We don't want to be raising ace-8 offsuit from early too often, but when we see a limp from someone who's a bit of a weaker player, and we have a known weaker player here as well, maybe silverback too, I think this is going to be fine. We go heads up with silverback, we flop a pair, backdoor diamonds. I don't think we want to bet and get shoved off our equity here, so we are just going to check it behind and try and take it one step closer to showdown. And hopefully we're just able to check the river and show down our hand. And we end up beating ace 4, which is favorable. 1.7k. And blinds are up to 50, 100. This definitely is a turbo tournament team. Right hand side, we haven't really had a chance to play many pots. We defended the ace6. We got jammed on. We're not going to steal queen 7. We're not going to ISO over a limper. But as you can see, like this guy's down to what? 5 big blinds. And he's still limping in. Certainly a softer environment. Does get ISO'd. We're getting out of the way. (10-7) is eventually all in. Flops some decent equity. And gets there with the nuts. Remains in the tournament. Probably pretty good for us. It's going to be loose chips. Just going to hopefully be able to take advantage of it. Got 11 big blinds here in the cutoff with the pocket 3s. We are going to shove. Over all of these limps, we would be shoving, but like I think these guys are just limping such wide ranges that this is going to be a profitable all-in for us. And on the left-hand side with the ace-10, we are 15 big blinds effective limps. I think we're just going to be all in as well. We do get picked off here on the right hand side. This could be any manner of hands though. 2 folds on the left is fine. We've seen Pinehurst all in with a 10-7. It's a little bit of a shame that he calls because we're flipping or crushed. We are flipping. It starts well. And we have a full house on the turn. Oh no, a flush. It's right, we're good. Full house holds. 1.5k. It's a good spot for us to be in now. Top 3 getting paid. And we are second in chips currently. Just going to make the fold with the jack 9 off. And on the left hand side in the 20 sweeps cash. Turbo. I don't mind coming in here. It's a little bit tricky. This guy could just shove a lot, I suppose, for two and a half more big blinds. We don't flop anything. Just going to check fold. Your man bets 100. There's a call. We're going to fold. So second place here basically doubles your money to 40. First place is going to 4x it up to 80. We see a shove, king 7, ace queen, limps in and then calls twice here for the all-in. Again, like Texas Sweet here, just not really making good decisions, I wouldn't imagine. Limping in now for the 6.5 big blinds, complete with the 8 big blind stack and a check. A lot of our plays are going to be taking advantage. When you're in a game where people are limping on such shallow stacks, I think we should be taking advantage of that. And, you know, obviously our shoving range is going to be wider than it normally would. Just because there's, you know, there's an extra 100 chips in there that is going to be dead money at least some of the time. They come in for a raise this time. Must be a real monster if they're limping the ace-queen. Coming in for a raise with 200 off the 5.5 big blinds. Gets it through. I think ace-6, what are we, 10 BBs effective here? I'm pretty sure we should just be shoving. And just using our stack to pick up more chips. And that's something that I don't think our opponents are really going to be doing. I think we're just going to fold the king-9 suited. In the first position. Right-hand table we still see is a little bit of a slower structure on the right-hand side. Left-hand side obviously is a turbo. Right-hand side is a regular speed tournament, I believe. We have a 10-minute clock on the 9-handed, and we have a 5-minute on the 6-handed. We have a limp under the gun for the 10 big blinds. I don't think we should read too much into it. Like, there's no point thinking, okay, he's going to be limping some traps and stuff like that. I think he's just limping anything that he feels like playing. We do have a player all in and a call. Your man Pogie under the gun calls as well. Immediately checks round. Another check onto Texas Sweet, who's all in. And a fold. That's 10-8 versus the kings. Kings, of course, good. Who just gets dealt kings for 2.5 big blinds? All right, blinds up again, 750, 150. So we're even shallower now. We are going to be all in here. Blind v blind with the ace-8, pretty easy shove. Right hand side just folding our 5 high. Very easy shove here with the ace-8. He ends up calling with king 3 off. We flop an ace, that's good. Just looking to hold. And we got him done here. Very nice. So we're down to 5-handed and we've got a pretty good chip advantage over the table. Top 2 getting paid. Limps all round. I mean, let's play limps with 2 big blinds. I'm just going to fold. It's kind of putting me in unorthodox situations. I'm not really used to, like, you know, a limp off 2 big blinds and whatnot, but I think this is probably okay. Going to come along for the 30 chips on the right-hand side with a queen 8, and we shan't be doing anything interesting here. We have it all in, called. That is a queen and a 7 and an 8 and a 9. And the 8 and the 9 is going to win. We see it bust out from Texas Sweet. These games. Let's come in for a min-raise. I think we could probably get away with a min-raise here. Like, typically we could just shove this hand, of course, into such shallow stacks, but I think we can just get away with min-raise folding against these players. And silverback. Bets 300. I guess we're going to fold. Of course, we let him realize some equity. Maybe we might be better off with a shove. I'm definitely going to min-raise this against these guys. The ace and the ace. It's a good hand to pick up. We do get a call. Seemingly safe board. Right inside for the 60. We're just going to fold. So shallow here. I might check behind one. We have the ace of diamonds. There's no real bad turns. I think I'm going to check behind and give this guy a chance to make a play at the pot. He shoves. We call. He has king 5. He does indeed pick up some equity and bang it off. We are the winners for 3,500. And we get the king the next hand. Well, well. 2 people get paid. It's looking good for us at the moment. Damn, we get a walk. That's unfortunate. Really hard for either of these guys to call anything that we do, because obviously they're looking to be the guy who makes some money rather than the bubble boy. So we should be using our stack now to put a lot of pressure on our opponents. There's going to be a lot of all-ins. This definitely is an all-in situation from the bun with king queen. And we take it down. We're going to defend here with Jack 10, take a flop in position. And obviously it becomes a trivial stack off for us now, this shallow. When we flop top pair, let's bet like 225. And we take it down. We really don't want to give many walks. I think maybe 8-2 though. Probably fine to give one. (10-2) likewise. Like in these situations, obviously neither of them can really call any hands, given it's the bubble. My only concern is that they're both such recreational players that they're not really going to take that into consideration sometimes. Like if they just have like a reasonably okay hand, they're just going to click call. And we have such a dominant chip lead that I think we really would be foolish to. We're also running incredibly well, but we'd be foolish to like unnecessarily double someone up here. We are definitely going to check this back. We've already seen some quite aggressive play from Silverback with the ace-x when we flopped through of a kind king, so we're just going to give him a chance to do that again. Going to call the turn. That is unfortunate. We're never going to fold against him, though. If he has a jack, it's just the way it is. I don't think he has a jack now. I'm going to try and get called by, I guess, ace highs or something similar. We'll go 235. He just has nothing. And we get a little bit of extra value with the check back. He makes a play at the turn. If he folds here, we are going to shove the queen high. Suited queen into the shorty. Who folds? We're taking all other chips at the moment. This is a pretty straightforward shove with the king high as well. Our opponent's down to less than 4 big blinds. And pretty confident we should just be all in with almost any 2 cards at this point. We will call off a shove. Okie dokie, king high, let's go. 3 big blinds. He's got an ace high. That is, I suppose, a cooler, if you will. King or a 2 will see us make the money. But make the money we don't just yet. Right hand side, we are 7-handed. We have limped the 5-2 of diamonds. And he had it on auto fold? Did he have it on auto fold? Is this guy sitting out? We're just going to fold here. He's not sitting out. Okay. I guess we just call here and, like, get maximum chance to knock this guy out if we just check down with the man Silverback. And we make 2 pair. It's looking pretty good. We should try and get some value from Silverback now. He has king 10, we've got to dodge a queen, and we make the cash. That's pretty good. I'm going to play heads up against Silverback. Very, very complex heads up game here because we're going to be 5 big blinds deep. Ship it all in. We made the money. 40 locked up, playing for 80 up top. We've got to flip to win the lot. 9, a 10, or a queen, or a jack. A lot of outs. And we make a straight at the river, and we win the 20 sweeps cash. Sit and go. There we go. 1 game, 1 win. Congratulations. You won the tournament. I sure did. That took 18 minutes, which is good. We get 80 sweeps cash for the victory. Continue. Number 1 Britney fan has won the game. Let's leave. So now we have 82 sweeps cash back into the account. I didn't tell you this, but if I'd have lost that, I'd have been down to my final 2. So we'd have struggled maybe to register another one. We're still raging on the right. How long is this do we think going to take? Do we have time for another turbo? I think we do. I'm going to try and register another turbo here, if there's something on. As you can see, there's a lot of cash games here running. I'm going to go sit and go. Sorry for the lobby popping up in the background. Look at all these sit and goes running. 8 out of 9. Quick. That's me. It's 1 sweeps cash, but it's going to keep action flowy at least. Alright, so we've seen what people play like in the 20 sweeps cash events. Not particularly well. We're seeing in the process of seeing what people are playing like in the 10 sweeps cash events. Again, I think pretty soft games. Now it is a chance to see what they play like in the 1 sweeps cash events. I don't know if this is a turbo or not, because we just got in quickly to keep things nice and flowy. It is not. It's a regular speed, but I have a hunch it'll get done. We can always overlap this series, because I'm going to make a couple of sit and go videos. So if this one finishes in half an hour, and this one isn't finished, maybe we just roll into the next video sort of thing. Doesn't seem like a crazy thing to do. Then you'll have to come back for your closure. As ever, folks, if you have any questions, comments, queries about any of the plays, any questions, be sure to jump into the comments either on the PokerVIP.com website or on the YouTube channel, and either I or someone from PokerVIP, I'm sure, will get back to you in due course. So right-hand side, we are third in chips. We have 7 big blinds, 9 big blinds, 9 big blinds, 28, 22, and 13. Top 3 are going to get paid, so at the moment we'd be in position to do that. We can definitely... Got a pretty good spot here with the 2 less than 10 big blind stacks to our left, because we can put pressure on them when it's our button. There seem to be fewer opportunities to do that on Global Poker, just because very seldom is it folded around to you on the button, since people like to... limp in and whatnot. But again, I think just jamming wider ranges is going to help us. Adam using his stack here, I would imagine correctly, to force players out of the pot, leverage his stack to gain more chips, which seems good. We are just going to fold the 6-8 offsuit. I mean, we're free rolling a session now after that turbo win. Pretty straightforward turbo win as well, which is nice. Ran good, ran very good in key spots. Obviously, the field didn't put up much of a challenge. Too many people with too many shallow stacks, just playing very incorrectly, it would seem. Left hand side, we got some action here. Right hand side, King 10 offsuit. We may be getting involved. Third place pickup would take 18. For second, 27, and first, 45. If we see a shove, I don't think we want to call off with King 10. Might be close against Sue. We see some limps. We definitely consider a shove. 400 in the middle, 12 big blinds. I think we're going to. And it's pretty easy, straightforward 400 chips. Left hand side in the 1 sweeps cash event, we got limp, limp, limp. I'm very tempted just to shovel in, which is obviously very unorthodox. But in a 1 sweeps cash, I would imagine some people are just looking to gamble, right? Right hand side, we might be jamming again. The only reason I wouldn't want to jam is because there's 3 short stacks and we're jamming into the big guy. And we just get called here by Rebel Fan, so I guess I'm not gonna. We get called by 10-4 suited, and we're looking to hold. And we do. I mean, I guess for the extra 150 we're coming in here now. We're just going to have to check fold. There's so many strange spots. Let's see what Adam was limping. 9-7 suited against ace-2. Wow. 9-7 is going to scoop. Street Bob busts out. I guess our shove pre-flop would have been the best play then. If he's limping that wide, it would certainly seem to be the best play. Like I say, it's a little bit suicidal to jam into the big stack with the 3 shorter stacks in the table. We're not yet in the money, but definitely not going to do anything here with the 10-8. If we knew he was limping that wide, definitely would have been a shove. Jack 7 off, just going to take a fold as we look to maneuver our way into the money. Pairs in the left-hand side. Second gets 1.8. Third gets 1.8. Second gets 2.7. First getting 4.5. So it's same pair structure in the 1 as the 10. Just obviously the 10x multiplier for the 10x buy-in. Player here with very short stack decides to limp. near the money. A bet from Sue and an all-in. Looks like we're going to be very close to four-handed here. 30 chips left. The sevens are no good. Again, like sevens is just a trivial all-in with his stack size. He decides to limp. King 7 is allowed to see a flop, and he's going to pay the price. We are now in 4th place with this guy's double up, so we're going to have to get a little bit of work doing. A little bit of work going on. Decent chips in the pot here. Hopefully we flop something decent, but we don't. Not really anything we can do but check fold in this spot. We are going to min bet now. And gonna look for some value on safe rivers. It's not a safe river. I do think it seems crazy to try and value bet here. There's so many 2-pair combos out. We have like the weakest top pair ever. Maybe it is a little bit too thin, even against Sue 47. But I think Sue's gonna call like any pair. He has Jack 10, so thank God we didn't go for a value bet there. We do have an elimination though. This will be an all-in for us with a pair of 4s. For what? 6 big blinds? 6 900. Yep, pretty straightforward shove for the 6 BBs. Pair, blindy blind. Looking for a fold from Adam. We get one. And we're going to jam here again for less than, what do we got? 8 big blinds or so. From the button. And we chip up again with the folds. Jack 2 we will release. On the bubble now, so Adam should be playing pretty aggressive. He can pressure Sue and RMC, who can't really do a lot because they're looking to, you know, not bubble. I don't feel like he's going to use his big stack correctly. I also feel like these guys aren't going to, you know... I mean, this it's got to be close, right? What is he shoving? 7? It's probably a snap. I would imagine this is a snap, honestly. We're miles ahead, but he gets there. We have a lot of outs, though. That is not one of them, sadly. All right, we can only get it in good. I imagine this is a pretty trivial call. Like I say, I don't play too many spin and goes, sit and goes, but we do get it in good. We finish 4th on the bubble. That is a shame, but we got it in as a favorite. What is a man to do? Not too bad. We played a 20. We won for 80. We played a 10, and we just bubble it. We're going to leave that there for now. I guess we'll leave that one to go. We have hit 30 minutes, so what I'm probably going to do is call that a video. We started with the one sweeps cash sit and go here. I think this tourney is obviously going to go on for a lot longer, so I don't really want to stretch out what was quite a succinct 28-minute, 30-minute video there. I don't really want to stretch out and play another 30 minutes in a one sweeps cash tournament. I will be back with part 2 of this series. Thank you very much for watching. That is globalpoker.com. As you can see, very, very soft games in the sit and go field. 10 sweeps cash and 20 sweeps cash. You can play now from the United States. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, feel free to jump in the chat. I've been Spraggy for pokervip.com, and I will see you next time.